That's a little change. That's usually off about 5:30, at least lately. It's almost 7 o'clock. I don't think it's supposed to rain. I hope not. I got a bunch of that nice green hay that we're going to put up in little bales. I got some people that are waiting for it. People with horses, when they got to wait for that, you know, they kind of want something that's not rained on. Oh, it rained on the lawn. It does that every couple of mornings. So yeah, it rained there. I wish it was raining out there where those cows are and where they aren't. They were kind enough to move themselves the other day when we were feeding. Part of them were in the feed barn. Part of them were down at the bottom of the hill. And I saw the ones at the bottom of the hill when I was back at the big bale barn with the skid steer grabbing a bale. Time I got around here and come through the gate, they weren't there anymore. And number two was opening up into the steers so I could feed a bale there. Of course, you know, she was turned looking at me, waiting for me to get there to come through the gate. And I stopped and I looked down and kind of, you know, cocked my head and gave a funny look. And she looked at me like, "What the hell are you looking at?" And she looks down and there's no cows. You know, where I was sitting, I was just high enough. I could see them over the hump and they were around the corner. So she went down and picked up what was left of some gate wires and closed them off so they couldn't go across the bridge and go the other direction. I'm thinking part of it may have been it was really freaking hot and they were tired of not being anywhere near the creek. The other bunch down here, even though they don't have squat for grass to eat, at least they got the creek. They got what? Keep in mind, this is only 40 acres at the perfect square. So that means it's a quarter of a mile square. It's everything that, 4 sections around us were all measured off this place. And the way the creek comes through, that group of cows right there probably has a quarter-mile section of creek. And the other group's probably close to that because it's comes straight down the property line there and then cut straight across to the pump site. And then pretty much straight down to the bridge, all straight shots. And the rest of it meanders through, so. Oh well. Yeah, this is Wednesday. And actually it doesn't really have that rain smell to it, but almost. See, I don't need it to rain. I still got bales to pick up that I don't want wet. We got a little sprinkle, it ain't gonna hurt anything, but given what it is right now, if this sticks around too long today, I know we won't be baling today. Got some that I think is just about ready. It would have been damn close yesterday. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, and there's one of those little twerps right there by the track hoe that sneaks into that part. Oh, and she's got to come up and complain to me. I don't know why she's got to complain to me. The bull's up here getting him something to eat. Looks like he's got him a girlfriend there with him. They're standing awful close together. Oh well. We'll see what the day brings. And they're pretty well scattered out all over that piece. Cows and calves everywhere. Even one down here by the creek. 2 down here by the creek. Looks like 2 of the smaller ones. And yeah, that little bugger. Wait till he leans into that hot wire. Oh well. Yeah, I gotta get something else going besides what I've done. See if I can find out if there's any word on our irrigation pump yet. At this point, it's going to take a while to irrigate, but because it's got to have to go really slow and soak the hell out of the ground to do any good. But that's what that big traveler's made to do. And it's long enough to do full runs up in the big hayfield. And I'm hoping keep it against this side of the hayfield and get a bunch of this bottom watered at the same time. We'll see how that goes. So I'll figure something else out to show you today. And oh yeah, those little twerps up there, they already got fed this morning. And sorry for the funny walking. It's getting closer and closer and closer and closer to my magical date to go get straightened up. But in the meantime, I got days like this morning that, let's just say, it's not a balance issue. It's a where your legs and your back choose to put you issue. Feel like somebody rolled me underneath a freight train last night, and I actually slept pretty good. So anyway, I keep moving, I'll feel better one way or the other. Yep, dead idle. I had a tire on the trailer to air up, so I was parked right behind here on the hill, and it's so damn dry that there is no traction on the driveway. I bunny hopped for about 5 feet before it actually moved, and that's just, say, right at an idle. Right there. I don't dare give it any more throttle. It's just pretty much all running on the computer right now. My foot's on the pedal, but I'm not doing nothing. I gotta get intimate with the trees so I don't get intimate with the post. Alright, need both hands. I'll bring you back. Just loading bales. And of course they've sat out here for a few days. They sat out here too much in the hot sun, especially 100-degree temperatures. They get a little softer than they were. Not that they were soft, but they are a little now. So makes it a little more difficult. They don't lay back on the back of the rack right. And it doesn't help that I'm crossing disc furrows trying to load. And that one's on crooked, but it should straighten up. She's feeling good today. Me too. See, she's even waving. First time we've come in the guy's driveway over here to get in the field with anything, and I just made it in that corner over there. The biggest problem's in front of his house. There's a vehicle that's parked in a different spot than normal. Took me 3 shots to make the corner without taking his fence out on the way in, and the car's parked right dead square where I have to be to get out. And he's out of town. I text him and he says, "Oh crap, my son's at work and he won't be home until after work to be able to move it." So I guess that means I get it loaded and get it strapped down, and we run with that one the rest of the day. But the next field we got to go to, a little hard to get the semi in because I have to come in from the highway direction onto the road they're on, and it doesn't work out real well. And I fudged that one up. Got to get a little farther away so I can move right. Keep them in tight. But not too tight, right? Yeah, this one-handed stuff. And a tractor that doesn't always like to turn right. It's on. So hey, this is what we're doing. It's still cloudy, only slightly muggy. I'm gonna take a stab in the dark and say that it's in the mid 70s now at 9:30 in the morning, because it was almost 70 at 9 o'clock. But sure beats 100 degrees. Now, I'm going to let you go, so I got both hands. I was going to catch her with that last little bit. She can't throw the straps, especially after her surgery, but she can still strap it down. She's done most of the strapping down in, I don't know, the last 6-7 years, I guess. But this is how we got to haul out of this place, because, well, I see number one, the semi is still parked in the other field because I can't get it out of there. And number two, I can't get in and out of here with it. And she sent me a picture earlier. The nursery's got a pond. Yeah, that building over there's the other side of it. And we see hawks and cranes, and you know. Well, one of them came over here to eat apparently, so there's a fish on the ground. And she's been killing voles right and left. They got a whole bunch of nests that are just right at the surface and chaff. By the looks of it, they've had their babies since I baled it. But don't ask me how many loads we've took out so far. There's one there, part of a load right there, and around the corner over there's another full load on here. Would have been more than a load on the semi anyway. Would have been probably the semi plus this truck twice. Yeah, it is what it is. It's noon. She's done stacking. She's been stacking while I've been hauling. I come in, load, and then she makes more groups. But they're all in piles, so go put these in the barn. And the last clip got cut off by a phone call. That's all right. I was done anyway. Here's the brilliance. There are so many places around here where they can park and not be in the way. That's county dump truck transfer. They get really pissed off when you pull up to one of those with a tractor and drill and cultipacker, and then they want to come from here to get around and get to them. There's not enough room there for, I can't even get the big baler past there. Oh, when I pull up with something and I park there, and then they get all narrow-minded because they've got to back off the road and then drive for another frickin' mile and a half and back in that far. And by the way, that person's an asshole. They tried going around me when I was going around those trailers. But anyway, just one of the wonderful things around here. They used to park in the end of this side road till I run over the tunnel one with the Freightliner, because I couldn't make the corner with the semi because they were parked that close. So, yeah. Brilliant folks. Kind of like this idiot. Passed me just so we go the same speed. Oh well. Maybe more later, maybe not. So hey, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. If I throw more behind there, well, you get a little bonus.